I hope this works well because the wind is relentless today. My neighbors just got home. Dang it, I was hoping that I could film back here without feeling like a weirdo. Hi everybody and welcome to the first episode of a segment I'm hoping will bring me a little more joy to this whole process. It's going to be titled DIY or Buy. And it's pretty self-explanatory, where I'm going to be taking you guys through a couple of different craft ideas that you could pretty much make on your own, or there's the option of buying. Today's project, we're actually going to be looking at a DIY snow globe, and I've seen a couple of these on the internet. There are a few different styles, and of course there's like 1,000,001 ways to make it. Some use baby oil, some use shampoo, or a clear hand soap, and it just depends on the aesthetic of your snow globe that determines whether or not you're going to add like glitter or different beads, items inside. And since it's December, I figure, we might as well do something a little Christmassy or winter themed. Today I'm actually going to take you guys on a little journey to our local dollar store because I feel like these crafts shouldn't have to cost you a lot of money if you're trying to do the alternative and save that money. Alright, so let's hit the road and see what we find. The dollar store around Christmas time is a gold mine. Check out all these miniatures and little figurines that I was able to scout out. I mean, granted, the quality on some of them is not all that great. What the? Alright, moving right along. After I picked out my figurines, there was a whole section of DIY ornaments, so I went a little crazy and picked out quite a few of different varieties. And just below that was a section of like fake snow and decorations, so let's go ahead and go through everything I picked up today. Picked up this first variety of fake snow, which was just styrofoam orbs. Then I found some fake snow that was flakes of unicorn skin. You're a Christine fan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Along with 2 varieties of jar ornaments and a few of those atrocious little figurines, but we're gonna work with it. I mean, these little guys are not winning any awards, but it's still gonna look good nonetheless. Upon further inspection, I realized that this particular ornament was not gonna cut it because the top detached pretty easily. And, liquid with a hole, where is that gonna go? So I'm gonna stick with the closed jar for now. First thing you wanna do is take out your little figurines and organize them in a way that you think look pretty cute and that they fit together pretty well. Watch me as I fumble through a couple of different varieties before I settled on the exact ones I wanted to choose. With every new setup, make sure that you test that the jar seals completely before gluing down your little characters. For this project, I went ahead and used hot glue because it tends to be a little more durable, especially with something that's going to be submerged in liquid for the entirety of its life. Now, it'll depend on which jar you're using, but the lid on my jar was pretty deep, so I actually had to go ahead and put a base layer of hot glue, and maybe 2, just so that when I glue the characters in, you can see them over the rim. Once the base layer is completely dry, then you can go ahead and glue your little characters into place. Again, make sure you test that the jar will actually close before you seal them. To hide some of that hot glue mess, I decided to pull out some of the fake snow styrofoam beads and decorate. This ended up being extremely tedious because I couldn't just sprinkle the little orbs into place, they wouldn't stick. So I had to use a pair of tweezers and carefully place each one of those little guys. Once you have your scene set, you're going to go ahead and put that to the side, and we're going to work on the solution that goes inside the snow globe. Now for mine, I went ahead and used clear hand soap and some warm water. You're going to want to do at least a 2-to-1 ratio, starting out with the least amount of water. Remember, the more water that you put, the more bubbly it's going to get. Before we fill it up with liquid all the way, you're going to want to add whatever decorations into the solution and mix to combine. Upon first glance, I was not thrilled with this at all. You can't even see the characters and it's like they're in the middle of a flurry. So I decided to put it to the side and test out another method. Here we go again with that same 2-to-1 ratio. Except this time I'm hoping the styrofoam snow will look a lot better. And boy was I wrong! This looks disgusting! You know what it looks like? One of those drinks that you get with like chia seeds floating around in it. But you know, who cares? We're just gonna roll with it. Maybe if I fill these guys up all the way and let it sit for a few minutes, it'll clear out all those air bubbles and maybe we'll end up liking the end results. Who knows? Let's pray for a miracle. In the meantime, however, I'm gonna test out one more method.
Are you really making another one?
Listen, I don't give up.
What are you gonna do different?
Well, this one was for a different idea. This one's not gonna require the soap. There. He's cute. Too much snow. Help! So once I took out some of that snow that was drowning our snowman, he actually turned out pretty cute. It's a simple little ornament you can hang from the tree. No harm, no foul. Right now, 2 out of 3 of these are looking like a hot mess. I mean, our cute little snowman, he's no Olaf, but he's doing his best. And let's not forget that this one still has actual people in the middle of it. But I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys sit undisturbed for a few minutes and we'll come back and see how they're doing. After about 30 minutes, the bubbles did clear up and it did look a lot better, but I noticed a major flaw with this guy here. You know, the point of a snow globe is for the snow to actually fall, kind of like our little snowman in the background. Our first attempt with the unicorn skin does seem to be working a little better. At least it wants to fall to the bottom of the jar. And the flurry has cleared up and you can definitely see the characters in the inside. I think the only issue now is that I didn't put nearly enough solution in it because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. So I'm going to go ahead and open this guy up very carefully and continue to add some more soap. Maybe not so much water. We'll go ahead and let it sit for another 30 minutes and then we'll check back in. Guys, I'm so proud. Look who pulled through after all. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. And some of the unicorn skin flakes inside want to settle to the bottom. Of course, the more you shake it, the greater the snowstorm, so I suggest gently swirl it. This definitely isn't a Hallmark snow globe that you're going to want to pass out to your friends as Christmas gifts, but it's a really good craft to do with kids or when you're bored, so I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a DIY. Let me know in the comments if you tackle this guy for yourself, and what other future projects you want to see done. Give it a like if you like the content, and we'll see you next time.